I saw this black figure. It's a very, very tall figure. There was no face. And it's just pacing back and forth in an L shape from my living room into my kitchen.
Hello everyone, my name is Hafidz Rahman, and as all of you are well aware, I have a little podcast where I share ghost stories because I'm such a horror fan. So today with us we have Joel. How are you, Joel?
Hi everyone, I'm good.
Maybe you'd like to introduce yourself, maybe tell the audience what do you do, and possibly like what are some of the things that you're interested in.
Hi guys, my name is Joel. I'm actually also one of the co-hosts of the Drunken Rambling podcast. We also have another podcast. What I like to do is dancing. I actually like media stuff, so I go on the podcast. I like to share my stories also.
Okay, so now, because this is for ScreamApura, alright, so this is actually a series that we want to share with the audience about fellow Singaporeans, ordinary ones with extraordinary stories. So I want to ask you first, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what made you believe in it? Was there like that one incident which made you believe in it?
Well, actually, it's a good question. Ever since I was young, I always had this ability, they call it the third eye, or ability to see things, but it never really harmed me in any way. I just could see like moving orbs. It's as if, you know, you look at the sun a bit for too long and then you look away, that like sort of blazing image in your eyes. Yeah, that's the kind of image I see when I was younger. But as I grew older, it sort of faded out. And it was only when I moved to my new apartment around the Tiong Bahru estate area when I was 14 that I started to really experience things lah. So maybe we can go into that.
Yes, please, yeah. So maybe you can share with us perhaps like a couple of stories that happened, the ones that really like shook you, you know, and really made you feel like insurmountably like scared. Yeah.
Okay, so the first time I realized that there was actually something in my house was when I was in my poly days. So in my poly days, we usually have a lot of gatherings. And there was one time we were at my place, and I invited a bunch of my friends over to my place. And that night, one of my friends, who is a girl, she's usually very chatty. You know, she always talk a lot, she always like laugh a lot. But that night when she came over to my place, she was, you know, strangely very quiet. And she was sitting alone, and I was just like wondering what's wrong. And I started to realize, is there something wrong? But I never really asked her anything about it. So I just hang out with my friends the rest of the night. I didn't really bother about her. I thought she PMS or something. And a few days later, she texted me. She said, Joel, I actually have something to tell you. And I said, oh, what was it? She said, that night, actually, I noticed there was something in your house already. And that's why I didn't want to say anything. I said, well, what do you see? She said, I saw this black figure. It's a very, very tall figure. There was no face. And it's just pacing back and forth in an L shape from my living room into my kitchen. And that was the very first time I heard about it. So I was just like, are you sure this is what you saw? Like, this is the first time I've heard about it. And she said, yeah. And it was there the whole night. So I was just like, okay, maybe she saw something, maybe not. But I never really experienced anything, so I just put it in the back of my mind. But I was cautious already. The next time around, we actually hired a maid. And she was with her.
What the Sorry, Joel.
Oh my god, I lost. Holy.
Okay, continue. L shape. Are you alright? Do you need a glass of water?
Oh, that was good. Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, let me get back my train of thought.
Sure. L shape, tall figure, no face.
Okay. Oh my god.
He's shaking, guys. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
I'm
Joel.
literally shaking. Yeah, so we hired a maid. Okay, and then a few years into our employment, she. Wait, let me catch my breath first.
Sure. Please take all the time that you need.
I'm a scaredy cat. Every time I watch a movie, I have to cover my ears, close my eyes, kind of thing. Okay, so we got a maid, and 3 to 4 years in her employment, right? She also one day just pulled me aside. And to give you all some context, in my place, right, it's only myself, my dad, and my maid. So it's only the 3 of us.
Right.
And there were times when me and my dad would go overseas, we'd travel, and it was only my maid alone in the house.
Got it.
So...
Okay, pause. Just for context, and just for detail, your maid is Filipino, Indonesian?
Filipino.
Okay.
And one of those days where we're overseas, she will actually when we overseas, she'll stay in the master bedroom, but she'll sleep on the floor, on the mattress. So in the master bedroom, there's a big bed, she sleep on the floor, and just a few steps away is the master bedroom's toilet. And there's a glass door, you know, that opening to the toilet. So one day she put me aside and said that, Joel, I need to tell you something. And this is something that I've been keeping inside for a while already. So I said, like, what is it? Like, is someone harassing you or something? And she said, no. You know that time when you and Sir, my dad, you overseas, when I was sleeping at night, 2 to 3 a.m., I suddenly hear something in the house. When I was sleeping, and then I hear the glass door opening, then I hear the shower on. And then she's like thinking, is this my toilet? Or is this my neighbor's toilet? But cannot be, right? Because so late already. So she just ignored, she just covered, she just ignored. Then she heard from the toilet, you can hear people walking, the sloshing sounds, very wet. And it walked up to her area, beside her mattress, and above to her head area here. So she was so scared, she covered a blanket, she didn't know what to do. So she didn't want to see it. And then it was sloshing around. Afterwards, a few minutes, it walked back into the toilet. It closed the door, and then off the shower. So at that point of time, if this happened to you, what will you do? You also don't want to go and check, investigate what is that going on. You just try to ignore and just try to say that, okay, it's my imagination, in the morning I'll go and see. So in the morning when she woke up, I didn't think she get any sleep at night. She woke up, she went to check the toilet, everything was dry. Normally even you shower, there'll still be a few droplets of water, but everything was spotless clean. Okay, and this happened not only once or twice, but 3 or 4 times. It was a recurring thing.
But these things always happen when your father and you are not in the house.
Correct. And most of the time I will sleep in the master bedroom actually.
Right.
But I've never experienced this kind of thing before.
Okay.
So when she told me this, I was just like, okay, that's very freaky. So these are the main stories that my mate told me, and I just sort of like, but I never really experienced anything like. It was not until I experienced one myself, and this was actually the most traumatic experience I've ever encountered. And this was actually when I had the dog last time, so it's a Japanese Spitz. So it was on a Sunday. Sunday is usually my mate's off day, and during Sunday my dad also leave home, to go for his outing.
Right.
So Sunday, my dad will leave first. Okay, then my mate will leave first, and then my dad, and then I was the last to leave. So before I left, I made sure that I will feed my dog first. So I put the food, the dog kibble, put it in the kitchen, and then on the light. I made sure that by the time I came home, at least there's still light. My dog won't be alone. So I put the food in the kitchen, on the light, and I left the house. So I went out to my way, meet my friends, and when I came back about 6 to 7 p.m, I saw my mate below. So I was like, hey auntie, just nice, we can go up together. So we took the lift up, I opened the door. The first thing I noticed was, why is the light off? So I just I swore I on the light because I made sure that my dog wasn't scared of the dark. So I think, okay, never mind, maybe it was my fault. So I on the light, and then the next thing I noticed was my dog didn't come to me. Because normally when you open the door already, my dog will always come to me, jump and everything. It's like, where's Coco? Coco is my dog's name. Where's Coco? I said, Coco! She was nowhere to be found. It's like something happened to her. So I looked around the house, and then as I turned into the living room, I saw the food kibble in the middle of the living room. Okay, remember I placed it in the kitchen. I saw the food kibble in the middle of the living room, and beside the kibble, beside the food bowl, right, the kibbles were placed perfectly, one by one, leading all the way underneath the table. And can you guess where my dog is? Underneath the table, yes. So it's spaced directly below, and then as I looked down under the chair, right, my dog was below, shivering. She didn't dare to move. And it was leading all the way up to his mouth. I swear. And then the first thing I did, right, when I looked at this, I turned to auntie. I was like, you see these two, right? Like, you didn't come home, you didn't do this. I was just saying, no, I just came home. And my dad also didn't come home yet. And I was just like, okay. So I guess that's confirmation that it is here. And I didn't know what to make of it. I guess you just want to play with it. But this is the first time I actually experienced this.
Right. And so what happened after that? So were you able to get your dog out underneath the table?
Yeah. I have
eventually
to drag her out because she was so scared. She was shivering.
Right.
So I have to pull her out and I have to comfort her before she actually eat again. Yeah. And think 1 or 2 years later, my dog passed away. And ever since that my dog passed away, I didn't really, like my mate and I, we didn't really encounter any of this spiritual experiences
of being.
So I don't know whether it's latching on to my dog or whatever.
Right.
You know, is it okay if I share like my story about my sister?
Please go ahead. Yes, yes.
So my sister one, she actually got a lot worse than me. So this one is actually quite passive. It was not a very aggressive kind of spirit.
Right.
But my sister, she at that point of time, she was staying with my mom. So my parents are divorced. So it was her, my mom, and her stepdad, and she was staying beside the forest.
Got it. Yes.
Yeah. So the HDB, literally beside of it, if you look outside the window, pitch black forest area.
Okay.
And every time I go to their place, right, I always get the creeps. You know, it's always this uneasy feeling.
Right.
And my sister, she used to have an ex-boyfriend at the point of time. He was Muslim, and he can sort of feel things also. So every single time he went over to their place, right, he would just like stop at the void deck below, and he would just like, "Can I don't go up?" And then she's like, "What's wrong?" And she knows that he can see certain things, and he's just like, "I think it's better not." But she forced him in. It was only when he went home already, and then he said that, "You know, that time when I went up the lift with you, it was not the two of us only. There were actually a lot of other people around the lift." And she was like, "Okay." So that place is very dirty. But the one that freaked out my sister the most was during her birthday, one of her friends gave her this doll. And it's, I don't know why, our horror thing always come with a doll.
Yeah.
It's like a musical doll, and it was placed in this plastic box. So she put the doll beside her table, her desk table, and she didn't open up the door. So there was just the plastic. There's still the plastic there, and it's the kind of thing where, you know, if you press the door, it will sort of play a certain music. My sister was a gamer also, so in the middle of the night she would still continue gaming, and she will just play by. Oh my god, I think I should place my chair down there. I can feel it coming, but I cannot prepare for it.
Yeah, it's very stubborn. This one is very stubborn.
Oh, I hate jump scares. Oh my god.
Okay, okay, go on.
Please,
Please, don't. Okay, Ken.
So she was gaming in the middle of the night, and the door was placed beside her.
Oh no, okay.
And then when she was gaming, she heard, you know, at the corner of the ear, plastic crinkling.
Oh no.
And then she looked, what's that sound? So she looked at the box. It was still placed in the box, and she saw the plastic being pushed inwards.
Oh.
And then it played. So the dog played, and then it played music. So she was just like, what the?
Yeah.
And she just stood there. She's like, what's going on? And he was just like down there, you know, playing music. And then she just, okay, maybe I should stop playing already. So she off her computer, and then she tried to go to sleep. So that thing, I think it happened. I don't know whether it happened once or twice, but that incident itself, I think she gave the doll. She said this happened to her, and then my mom said, okay, you know what?
It's a sign for you to give the doll.
Put the doll in my room. Put the doll in my room. I see whether it comes. But apparently never did the same thing to my mom. It only happened in my sister's room. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Alright, and with that, thank you so much, Joel, for sharing your stories. Yeah, that really creeped me out. So thank you so much. And for those of you who want to be creeped out, alright, don't forget, alright, for the month of October, MediaCorp will be showing you a series of very exciting and scary shows. You can log on to mediacorp.sg/ScreamApura. Thank you so much, Joel.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I am actually very gorgeous.
Oh my god, nice to meet you.
Yeah.